What is your response to the headline? You did not look very impressed in the green room.
No, I expected something like this from Cohen. He's been lying all week. I mean, he's been lying for years. I mean, the tapes that we have demonstrate any number of very serious lies by him back a year and a half ago, including his fooling people, hiding tape recordings, telling they weren't recorded, lying to their face, breaking faith with them, taping his client, which is a disbarable offense. I don't see how he has any credibility. I mean, this is basically if you had a trial, and there won't be a trial here, but if you had a trial, you'd say, well, which lie do you want to pick? You want to pick the first lie, the second lie, or maybe some new lie? There's nobody that I know that knows him that hasn't warned me that if he's back is up against the wall, he'll lie like crazy, because he's lied all his life.
All right, so the flip on it is this. To do that to me, to tell me a lie, that's the media, you know, what's the recompense? To go to Bob Mueller and say, he knew, I was in the meeting, he heard his son, puts his son in the mix here also. The son told him, he supported it. He says, according to our reporting, there were other people in the room. So this is something that Bob Mueller should be able to figure out, right?
Well, the question isn't what happened in the room. The question is, what did the president know, as you said, and Bernstein said, what did he know and when did he know it? So it would have to be people in the room with the president,
right,
that can corroborate Cohen, which there won't be because it didn't happen. And then it becomes a credibility contest between 2 or 3 witnesses who say one thing and Cohen, who says another.
Assuming they say different things.
I'm pretty comfortable about that. I haven't had a chance to go back and look at all of it, but I remember it pretty well. There's no doubt in my mind that he's just not credible. I would not accept him as a witness, as a prosecutor. If Mueller has any other kind of case, this is the kind of witness that can really destroy your whole case, because any finder of fact loses confidence in the case when you rely on a guy like this. When you rely on a guy where, before you finish with him, you're going to have such a string of lies, you just can't trust him. And you put him under this kind of pressure, and what's his history been? His history has been lying under pressure.
One step sideways for a second, and then we'll get back into the tapes, and I know that you have responses prepared. The president says that he has an eye for talent, and he always has the best people around him. I'm sure you won't disagree with that where you're involved. He put his trust in this man for years. He entrusted him with his most sensitive matters and said, I gave him full discretion to do things I didn't need to know. It's a fundamental aspect of the president's narrative of what happened with the women. Why did he have somebody so close to him if the guy is so incredible?
That's kind of part of the human condition, right? I mean, we all make mistakes about people who turn out to be disloyal to us. You know, Benedict Arnold was disloyal to George Washington, our greatest president, right? So anybody can, Brutus and Caesar. I mean, you can go back to ancient classical literature and you can find people who you think you trust and they turn out to be scoundrels. I saw the president when the president first found out that he had been taped. And the president was completely shocked.
Oh, I believe that.
And he wasn't angry. You know, President Trump can get angry sometimes. He was disappointed, almost like a father who's been betrayed by his son. And it was very moving for Jay and me.
But he obviously believed that Michael Cohen was a man of good character, who he could depend on, and who told him the truth.
Up until a few days ago, yeah. I think he did. He had no reason to distrust Michael. He didn't select Michael for government. You know Michael was bitter about that. That's going to be on tapes, without getting into the detail of that. And he's very, very jealous and bitter about the kids, which also comes across on the tapes. So you got a whole scenario here that's really, really sick. And I agree with you, the president didn't know, but gosh, I've been fooled by people, totally fooled. And I'm a pretty good judge of character, and I prosecuted a lot of people, but I've been fooled.
If it's true, indulge me for a moment. If it's true, if Cohen's telling the truth, I was there, I heard the son, he said, this is what I've got. The president, or then candidate Trump, said, great, let me know. And it happened. What do you think that means legally for the president?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to analyze it, and I don't want to assume that hypothetical because it's so contrary to all the facts that I know up until now. I'm not going to assume that. And I'm not going to argue, well, even if it happened, it may not be as significant as all of the anti-Trump people are going to blow it up to. But I honestly don't think it's that significant. But in any event, that doesn't matter. It didn't happen. That's our position.
But the only way we know it didn't happen is because Trump Jr. says it didn't happen and the president says it didn't happen.
Correct. And a person who is found to be an incredible liar, who's got a tremendous motive to lie now because he's got nothing to give, says it all of a sudden at the 11th hour.
All right.
I don't think anybody believes that, Chris.
All right, well, we'll see, right? We'll see if Mueller wants to take the meeting, if he wants to hear.
Well, I don't know.
the
I don't know why he wouldn't take the meeting. You want to hear it, but then the question becomes, can he corroborate it?
Right.
If he can't corroborate it, it's useless.